Okay, hi YouTube world, we're gonna try this again. I just recorded almost the entire video and my dog started barking and would not stop. So I'm gonna do this again. I'm in my bed and I'm getting ready to go to bed, and the Lord just brought this dream back to my remembrance, and I don't know why I'm recording it because I don't fully understand it, even though I understand the concept of the dream, but I'm not sure what it's related to. So in this dream, I saw there was like a huge stage, and there were like a lead singer on the stage, and then there were a bunch of background singers in the back, but it almost seemed like it was an award show and the person in the front was the lead singer. But what I realized was that everyone that was in the back, like the background singers, they all had a drink, like an alcoholic drink in their hand. And it's kind of like the Holy Spirit was explaining to me what I was seeing. And he said, oh, everyone has in their hand a drink of choice. And I was kind of baffled. I'm like, how is this like a Christian? Everyone, I guess it looked like a church or some kind of gospel artist. I'm like, how are they ministering the gospel but they're drinking alcohol? That doesn't make any sense. And then the lady who was the lead singer, she had on a gown, but her gown was made of like a huge like wine holder, like a bottle holder, like, you know, this was her gown, and the gown came all around her, and like bottles of wine was just stuck. Champagne, it wasn't wine, it was champagne. Bottles of champagne was kind of stuck all over this gown. It's almost like she put herself in a metallic wine holder, champagne holder. And at one point I was like, I wonder if they're taking communion and they're taking it with actual red wine instead of grape juice, because I was so baffled. And then it's like I looked and I'm like, oh no, that looks like champagne because it's not red, it's white, it's bubbly. Everything decides to go off at this point. And I just remember being so baffled by it all, because these people were on a major stage and major lights and major happenings, like big deal. And again, I don't know if this was I don't know if it was a church. It almost felt like an award. It felt like a performance, but these people were performing gospel music, if you know what I mean. And I wouldn't even know or recognize the people because I don't follow mainstream gospel artists. I don't know. I'll hear these songs on the radio. I can't tell you what they look like. I don't watch TV. I don't follow mainstream gospel artists because I just know half of them, they aren't living. But it's almost like the Spirit of God kept downloading in me. Sometimes we have to be careful who we're listening to, because the sound that they're putting forth can be contaminated. We have to be careful what we're letting in through our ear gates, because the sound can be contaminated. I don't know if I'm making any sense. It's not pure, it's not true, it's not real, it's not God. It's almost as if there's a perverted spirit, a spirit of drunkenness, being drunk, but then you're ministering to the people of God. And I don't know, I just wanted to drop some comments, tell me what you think. I mean, obviously it makes sense. You could look at it and say, you know, you could say some people who do gospel music, they're living a double life or whatever it is, but I think it was so much more deeper than that, because I was just so baffled and shocked at just the no-careness. Like they were up there proclaiming God in music, through music, but they were up there with like alcohol in their hand. Like everyone had their own drink. It was like different drinks, and the voice of the Holy Spirit literally said, oh, they all have their drink of choice. And I'm like, what? Doesn't make any sense. And as I sat here and I was listening to a message, it was unrelated, but it's kind of like I just remembered that dream because I totally didn't even remember it this morning. And I'm like, let me make a video to just tell God people to be careful what you're listening to. Be careful the things you are listening to, you're worshiping to, you're meditating on. Just be careful, because these people out here, may God have mercy on us all. All have sinned and fall short of the glory of God, but I know there are people out there that are just, they're not real. They're not real. They proclaim one thing, but they live a total different thing. And not just living, their motives are wrong. Their motives are corrupt, and they're trying to mislead the people of God. So just be careful. That's it, guys.